It's a fucking hooker bear.
I went to Royal Distributing. Wide open, at least 3/4 speed. Dash like, $180 for a fucking XTR.
All right, guys, we're live.
Let her imitate her shit.
Welcome to Sketchy Chopper Society. I'm Matthew.
Mike.
Dale Earnhardt.
Looks like it.
Yeah, we got to report a crime in Choppertown here.
And
Evan massacred his beard, and now he's got some.
And a mean stash.
We're just gonna say it looks like he's from Arkansas.
Mustache rides all around.
$10 mushroom. You pay you for mustache rides.
It's for when I run out of gas.
All right, so last 2 weeks ago, we did a back-to-back show over at Dom's place. So we'll just kind of
last
do.
week?
No, it was 2 weeks.
No, it was 2 weeks
Was that
ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. We put it out last week.
No, I'm pretty sure it was last week.
Was
Either
it
that or
Last
I
week.
completely lost
Me
the
and
weekend.
Amber were at
Yeah.
No, it was last week, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
I was
yeah.
gonna say, like, I'm severely behind here.
Yeah. So last week we put up Dom's, and then we did the back-to-back with the Chopper versus Bagger guys.
Yep.
And we'll touch base on that episode as well, too. That just went up on Friday.
Yeah.
Glad to be back in our
Yeah, on our
home shop surrounded by
Hometown.
real bikes and
Yeah.
not a bunch of gay bikes.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Except
there's
this Iron Head here.
That's one thing I said to the guys too when we were driving home. Like, that place was really clean.
yeah.
Oh, it's like a tool never left the drawer in that place. Or there's no oil on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know when Dom got it, right? I mean, I know he rents the shop, but so I don't know how long they've been in there for. But yeah, it's certainly a hell of a lot more organized than our shops. That's for damn sure.
I shut the fucking mess all the time.
And maybe we should probably take a couple of tips from them on keeping shit organized.
Yeah,
Because I fucking can't. If I can't find a tool, I just go buy another one, and I end up with like 8 of them, and I'm fucking selling
I
them on
finish the
Kijiji.
job. I leave all my tools beside where I was doing the job until the next job starts. And then I'm like,
But yeah, so we had a nice little interview with Dom. We talked about his build for Freedom Machine, touch base on.
That's what, the underboss? Is that what he's
No. His
old-
yeah.
okay,
His current build right now is the underboss.
Yeah.
and he's got a shovel. He's
He's got a shovel,
getting
or
kind of rebuilt.
FLH or something. I think he said. We talked a bit about what he does, his kind of side hustle with buying and selling parts.
So many parts all the time.
All the time.
My
All the time.
Facebook's getting blown up. Dom. I'm like, well, it would have been nice to see those before the guys came back. Could have bought all those.
Yeah,
Shipping
exactly.
them for 2
Yeah,
weeks.
I saw a couple of the bars he put up the next day after we left. I'm like,
Meat hooks?
Yeah.
no, not the meat hooks.
Six pens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they had some sixpence. That's right. Yeah.
yeah. Then I thought, well,
And they're actually reasonably priced,
They're-
which
Yeah.
nobody ever does.
amazingly priced. But I'm kind of glad he didn't, because I probably would have bought them.
Yeah.
And then I don't have really a project for them.
Yeah.
So
I always wanted 6 pens.
Well, no,
but
you'd
I
go to
think
buy a
they're
project
ugly.
just for the bars.
Yeah,
Spend
just for the
$40 on
bars.
bars and $3,000 on a project to fit the bars too.
I like 6 pens. I don't like the way they look on a bike, though. And I was like,
you got to find the right bike, right? And I think
You definitely gotta have some long forks. It's gotta have
It's
kind of
gotta be-
uphill.
you got to have that lean
Super
back look,
70s.
right? It's
Yeah.
got to be
well,
fucking.
Haley has 6 pens on her Big Bone. And when we saw them in town, she's like, yeah, sit on it. I sat on it. I was like, oh, it's really comfortable. But I like the way it feels, but just I have to like be visually attracted to a bike. And I just can't see it. And I was like, I can't see me putting those on anything.
Yeah. But I mean,
I can see you have so much shit you're ready to fucking spout off. And his eyes are like wide as fucking open.
I mean, rabbit ears are the same way too, right?
Yep.
It's you either like them or you don't, right?
I liked them until I rode with them. They're great. Trying to push my bike in and out of my shop up onto the hoist with it too low and bottoming out on my bike lift. Hated them.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, you can't get leverage to push them, even on the Triumph. My
Well,
rabbit
they're
ears.
just they swing together.
Yeah,
And
you
so
don't-
you're- yeah, it's all fucked up.
Yeah,
Amateurs. Where's your baggers, boys? I love bunny. I love pushing bunny ears because you just put all your weight over it and just skate it like a fucking scooter or some shit.
yeah.
You've
I don't
also
know.
picked my bike up by yourself and put it on your fucking bed.
Well, you guys were screwing around so much.
I don't got time to wait for you, fuckers.
And the same thing he broke down in Oshawa, and that's where my shop is. And we were going in to weld something. Something broke.
I
We had
broke
to
my
weld it.
exhaust
The exhaust
mirror.
pipe, yeah.
Yeah.
And the rain was coming.
Yeah, and him and
at
the
the
other guy we
beach,
were
right?
riding with are trying to get in the front door, and they're like whizzing around. And I'm like, for fuck's sakes, I just bend down and I pick up this KZ 440, walk it into the shop, and I don't put it down, and goes to the back. Like,
Looks like
what
a
the
fucking-
hell?
It looks
Funny
like a
part
10
is,
speed.
We didn't do anything with it. We pushed it back out and we rode
Yeah,
back home.
yeah, we pushed it in. We looked at it for a sec. We're like, oh, you'll be able to make it home. Pushed it back
No,
out.
we're not
Closed
doing
up.
this.
Left.
Derek gave me like random wire out of his S40 saddlebag. I was like, why do you have so much wire in there?
It was like speaker wire.
Yeah, it was great. It
Just
worked
carry
fucking
speaker wire.
phenomenal.
Well, speaker wire is good when you need to tie shit down.
Yeah.
It's easier to carry than rope.
Wire anything.
And
Need
hooker,
battery.
Do the
whatever,
mechanics
whatever
wire,
needs to
but
be done.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, also with Dom's interview, we touched base about pricing during COVID times and shit. And
COVID prices.
COVID prices. So I mean, with so many people talking, we didn't really kind of touch base with it and how we see it affecting our buys and builds and shit, right? So what do you guys think about COVID pricing? Think it's gonna last?
Just
Like,
pricing
I don't
in
think.
general.
Yeah, it's just people wanting too much for their garbage. Like, honestly, one of my best things to kill time while on the shitter is looking at that cars and trucks shit. Like, someone's like, I got a 2001 Canyon 5-liter for 17 grand, and it's got like 330,000 K on it.
Yeah.
And then scrolling through the comment section is the best thing ever, right?
I just seen one today from you. Is like a 2011 Jetta TDI,
Dude, that's a fucking sick deal.
350,000 kilometers.
But that's a TDI 5 high.
yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm
a
not paying.
that's a car that gets
Volkswagen's
1,000
500,000
kilometers
K,
to
no
60
problem.
buck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a diesel engine. It'll last 1,000,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
So I'm
easily.
paying fucking.
And
what
for
was that,
seven, like, and the body,
what was it,
well,
7
your body will
grand or 8
go.
grand or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like that?
It's a
that's a
Volkswagen.
highly sought
Shit
after
bodies,
Jetta.
but-
That's diesel
That's-
tax right
Tell you
now.
one
Yeah,
thing.
it's diesel tax.
Volkswagen can suck my nuts. Straight up.
It's like those fucking Subaru Foresters. Like, they're ugliest car in the world, but yet they maintain value because they don't die. Unless.
Well, it's not only they
Neville owns
don't
it.
die. I
Neville
mean,
owns it.
And it's Mount Dice.
20-year-old hipsters fucking kill
Exactly,
for those
yeah.
fucking cars.
That's
right?
what it is. It's the guys that go fucking riding mountain
Fast and
bike
the
and
Furious.
shit.
Yeah, exactly. You can stick 3 mountain bikes in the back.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's got his
'Cause
cycle
those
shorts on and shit.
And all his boyfriends like handbags.
Yeah, those pancake 4-cylinders, they only run one way, and that's outwards.
But my biggest concern with the COVID prices is, a year or two from now, when shit's got to get back to normal, and it will get back to normal once people realize COVID's not going away.
Yeah.
So we have no choice to eventually just ignore public health and ignore government rules and just get back to fucking normal. I don't think these prices are going to come down. I think these idiots are still going to be demanding these prices because they saw it on Facebook Marketplace 2 years ago.
Or they bought it for a stupid price, now trying to flip it, trying to get
Well,
money
exactly.
out of it.
They've
right?
seen
So-
somebody else sell their actual really nice shovel or pan for 15 grand.
And they think their
Does it
iron
make
head's worth
your
15
fucking
grand.
barn
I think their
find-
03 Sporty is worth 12, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have an odometer, so it's got to be low K.
Yeah.
You know what,
So
though?
I need fucking 12 grand for this fucking shovel.
Your shit's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. So
Yeah.
if you can find a hooker or a hooker.
Wait a minute!
Whoa!
What are we buying?
She's
Mike?
only going to buy if she likes.
Whatever you're willing to pay.
You can find a sucker.
She had a 4-inch dick instead of an 8. Way better deal.
40
Hold on,
Joshua.
let me save myself while my wife's listening to this. Before you find a sucker to hook.
Wow.
Sorry, babe. I just.
That went offside.
Yeah. I gotta go 2 minutes in the sin bin for that. Holy
But yeah,
shit.
again, people are buying shit right now at ridiculous prices. And whether they have the time because of COVID or not,
Exactly.
they're
What-
going to
it's-
drive all these other prices up.
What's the first thing you do when you list something, right? He's like, oh, I don't fucking listen enough. 10 guys comment, is it still available?
Yeah.
Does it fit this? I don't know. Read the cocksucking app.
Yeah.
Well, now you're not doing anything. You're sitting on your couch. You'd be like, no, yes, fuck you. You
I
know
don't
what
even
mean?
answer those
I just
questions.
ignore them, right? Like,
Yeah.
I still got my fucking front end up for sales, up for $350. I mean, it's a good deal for
That's good.
$350,
It's a
right?
full roller front end. Yeah.
And I get people like, I'll give you $150. Is it available? Yes, it's available. And then I hear nothing.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, my buddy fucking just bought one a couple weeks ago for $250. I'll give you $225. No, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Go steal your buddies. I don't give a shit.
Buy it off him for 250.
Yeah.
So yeah, selling shit is
there is
hard, and I try
some-
and price it nice
I
too.
just
But
had the complete opposite experience. I sold those weird pan covers for the Evo, like the faux pan heads.
yeah.
Put $50 on Kijiji. I'm like, they look like shit. They only cover half the fucking block. Like, so you have a half a looking fake pan.
Yeah.
I put $50. I'm like, let's just get rid of these things. I'm tired of looking at them. So some guy from Illinois messages me. He goes, hey, can you ship it to me? I go, sure, $25 to ship it down to you. The guy sends me $75 US. To us, that's like 150 million.
You're 50 million.
So yeah, I tried selling
You
for
won.
50. I walked away with $96 after fucking
Well, it's
everything
converted, yeah.
converted over and just came up. And I know he just got him yesterday. He's opening that box, going, "What the fuck did I just buy?"
Yeah.
because it's the same expression.
They're going to be
had.
up
I
on
was like, "What the fuck is
Craigslist.
this?"
Yeah. I mean, when we first went up to look at it, when I went up to grab them for you guys, I had thought about grabbing them for my fucking 98 too, right? And throwing them on there. And then I thought, no. And then when I saw them, I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know if I want a fake looking pan though. That's
Well, I
the
thought
thing,
that if
right?
they
One
were a
side,
full
though.
head
If it was a
cover-
full head cover, sure.
Sure.
But it's one side.
Yeah.
It bolts on one side of your. So you look on the low side on your kickstand side, it's still fucking
It's
Evo.
still an Evo.
Yeah.
You look on your right side, and you got.
It
Yeah,
looks
I
like
guess,
a-
I
somewhat
guess
of a
you need
pan.
two sets to flip them, right?
Well, no,
Yeah.
you gotta shell out and spend $1,000 for the
get the
lead
right
sled,
ones,
and
yeah.
you take your Evo heads off or the covers off, and you put the pans on. But still, it's an Evo. So anyone's gonna be like, okay, that's like sticking a fucking saline sticker on your fucking V6 Mustang.
Well, it's like
But you
it's
did
like
it.
it's like a bagger guy saying he's a chopper.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, right?
Thing adding
much,
I
like,
put some exhaust off a different bike on the bagger.
It's like saying baggers are the new choppers.
Yeah. So,
I
yeah.
wish I
So,
was there.
so okay. Enough of the COVID shit. Let's move on to the baggers versus choppers. I mean, good guys. We had a good time.
Oh, yeah, it was a good
we
time.
spent a few hours there shooting the shit, throwing jabs back and forth, and we kind of let them off really easy.
oh yeah.
Maybe because they were in their home turf. But when they come out riding with us in the summer, we're not going to let them
I
off
hope
easy.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but I heard you guys talking about we're gonna set up a ride with them.
Yep.
And it'll be like choppers and baggers go riding, and we're gonna stop at 4 gas stations. They're gonna need one. I'm pumped for that shit. My fucking shit's falling off my bike, pinging down the road,
Yeah.
and it takes out their fucking foot bar. Like, sorry
But
guys.
what they don't realize is we're not staying on the road. We're going like Hickory Hills where they got to fucking dodge rocks and shit. Like they're getting the full chopper experience. Those baggers better go off road, and that paint's getting scratched.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun ride, and I'm kind of generally interested in it as well too. To see why do you always got to fuck with shit?
It's out. I don't know why it's there.
It's not me for once.
It's Dale Earnhardt this time. Put her in the wall. Dale Earnhardt, put her in the wall. He's flaming down.
Number fucking 3.
Okay, there we go. Done.
So
I had to
yeah,
touch it.
I'm generally interested to see how they keep up.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they're going to be able to keep up on the highway.
Oh, they'll be able to
It's
pass
whether
it
they
up.
keep
Fuck us
up
up on the
in some of
highway.
those twisty
Yeah.
roads that we hit. And yeah, I mean, I hope nobody goes down. I don't want anybody to push their shit
I'll be
past
the
their
first
own
one
limits.
to go down, 100%.
But yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'll put her into the woodwork.
Earnhart will definitely hit a wall.
Again.
At least when we stop for gas, they'll shield us from all the man dick that come over. Because they'll go right for the baggers and leave us alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are their gay boy toys.
But I
Just
mean,
leave 'em
again,
alone.
they did have some good points. Again, I get the whole, I'm going to ride 700K today. I want to be a little bit more comfortable and shit. But I think we never really touched on the fact that riding a fucking chopper is a lot like riding a horse, right? You got to find that kind of sweet spot where everything flows together. The highway, the bike, and the person's got to find that perfect speed.
I find mine's full tilt. Fucking, it'll sit there, it'll vibrate, it'll shake, and I get that thing wide open. She's burst.
Yeah. And again,
It's called valve float.
Yeah.
I mean, the baggers are probably, the sweet spot is 0 to 60, right? Like
They have
whatever.
a permanent sweet spot because they don't have wind touching their face.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing too, right? I mean, I like getting beat up by the wind. I don't have a problem with not having
I
a
don't notice
windshield.
the way.
I-
Everyone's like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm beat up. Like, I.
You notice when you hit a cross breeze going in an open field out here where
Yeah.
you get pushed, let me left
Yeah,
or right?
but I think you're
But
going to
it-
get pushing a bagger regardless, right?
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
if a crosswind's a
well,
crosswind. So
They've got like 1,000 pounds on most of our bikes,
true,
right?
but they
So-
also got a bigger side face
And then
too,
most
right?
of them
So
have 300 pounds on each of us, like the rider just themselves.
the usual
So,
baggers,
yeah,
the usual
right?
baggers. I mean, the bagger guys last week. I mean, they weren't
They're
anywhere
actually
near our
smaller
size. They're-
guys
yeah.
for
Yeah.
typical bagger riders with their
Yeah, but
big gas
the,
tank
the
that
general
shuts.
bagger guys we see are, they're
they're
pretty
pushing
big.
350.
I meant to show you this one I seen online today. The guy had to be like 800 pounds on a full black deck.
No, I saw that one.
Did you see that
What-
one?
Yeah, it
And
was
he
in
had
the rain.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No lid, just a helmet on
Yeah,
or a hat on.
Fucking helmet looked like a pea size on this dude's shoulder. Like
Did he
the
have a
dude
back
was
patch and it
huge.
looked like a
Yeah.
thumbnail print?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the back patch looked tiny, right? He's like, he points to the
In
back. or
Crocs,
something.
using Crocs.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
people
Fuck, I saw
people
that.
were dogging on this guy, but you know what? He's fucking riding.
He's out there
I don't give a
riding.
shit.
Get there.
I don't care how big you are. If you can
Get
get
your
on two
shit.
fucking wheels and you can rip that shit down the fucking highway in a fucking short sleeve shirt in the fucking
Crocs,
rain
In Crocs.
and not give a shit, by all means,
All the
go
power
to
to
it.
you.
Riding's riding. You know what? Do you?
Yeah.
In the end of it, we're all in the same community. We all respect
Absolutely.
each other for the most part.
Absolutely.
For most of
And,
us.
you know, we all look out for each other. Like, you know, if I see a bagger on the side of the road or anybody on any bike, I'll pull over, right? Are you guys
Well, that's
okay?
like
Do you need a
the-
phone? Like, can I help you?
bike
Gas
What's
tank
going on?
run.
Are you out of
Yeah.
tampons?
Yeah, whatever, right?
Well, it's like the
Need a
bike
Twinkie.
and like
Yeah.
snowmobile way, right? Like even sleds and all that up here because we can do that. There was guys on the road like first runs of the season on my road yesterday. Guy ripped his pole start right out. It was like, "You guys need anything? I'm heading to my place, but if you need anything, my buddy's house is literally 300 feet that way. First house on your right, just pull it there, and he will absolutely help you."
Yeah.
And
And that's the
they were
community
super
how
cool.
it should be, right? And it's how it is on bikes regardless, right? So,
Yeah, bikes and sleds are very much alike.
yeah.
It's all the same.
Bikes get more mileage. We don't have snows anymore.
Yeah.
You just don't have a sled.
That's the reason I don't have a sled.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a sled because I don't like the fucking cold. I don't see the purpose of going out on a frozen fucking lake, ripping
it
around at
freezes
80
out here.
kilometers on the snow, freezing my nuts off.
80 kilometers? Is
Well,
it?
whatever. I don't know.
me, dude.
I
My
haven't been on a
sled's
snowmobile
ridiculous.
since I was a kid, so I don't fucking give two shits.
You
about
were on a fucking El Tigre. Fucking 340 El Tigre.
Yeah, fuck that. I have no desire to ride a snowmobile. No, sorry.
I don't mind them. Sure, they're absolutely useless. Like, if you have a proper machine to go riding through the trails and hot dogging with your buddies, it's kind of like a chopper. It's good for riding by yourself. You can't tow. You can't fucking go monstrous distances, but they're fun.
I kind of get it if you live out in the country and you're off a trail, right?
Well,
Like,
we've had
you
them
can
since
jump
we
on
were
them.
kids, and we
live up
got
north.
lots
But
of
you live
snow.
out in fucking no man's land, right? You can jump on your fucking side road and be on a trail in minutes. I live in
Yeah,
South
my road
Ajax.
is the trail.
Yeah, I live in South Ajax. I got a load of fucking skidoo
Yeah,
on the back
I
of my
would never
pickup
do
truck.
that.
Drive an hour and a half to get someplace, unload it, spend, I don't know, 4 hours freezing my nuts off, then try and fucking get it back on my truck to get it home to unload it again so I can go to work the next day.
Yeah,
You said it best,
No.
right?
my
it's
road
like
is the
loading your
trail.
motorcycle onto the back of your truck,
Yeah.
driving an hour to go riding on your bike.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like it just
Like I don't,
doesn't make
I
sense.
Or
wouldn't
get
do
driven
that.
home from a camping trip because it's a little moist.
Yeah, exactly. We have friends that have, trailered the fucking bikes home from a camping trip.
Sled guys.
Sled guys.
But
road.
yeah, I don't see. I mean, for me, I don't know. Maybe if I lived out in the country, it'd be a little bit different. It'd give me something to do, rip around the
Well,
property,
it's
whatever.
No
but-
different than us with our like ATVs. Like I have a brand new ATV. We have our sleds. We have motorcycles.
Yeah.
Everything, dirt bikes. So.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
in
know
your
it, but
place, you pull out onto the road, you're getting pulled over and getting a no insurance ticket.
I mean, I
Instantly.
get the novelty of ATVs as well too. I mean, I want a quad,
They're pretty fun.
but again, I live in the city, so for me to
Yeah.
use it, I
You
got to
still
load
have
it
to
in the
come
back
out
of the
here.
truck.
Or park it at Twan's house.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I got to the point with.
Then I'd come over to
Jeeps.
ride it and it'd be wrapped around a tree somewhere.
That's where I got to the point with Jeeps.
Jeeps, exactly.
It got to the point where you got to trailer it everywhere.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Well,
And
when you
where
get
the fuck you
into
gonna
like
go?
a rock crawler, rock bouncer,
Mike
style
just took a
Jeep,
nap.
Yeah, they're not street legal.
Yeah.
So you got a trailer to Greens Mountain, which is an hour.
Yep. Hour and a
Unload
half,
it, you
yeah.
bust your shit while you're sitting in that trail with a ratchet strap and some fucking JB Weld.
Yeah.
You're not coming home.
Yeah.
You're not driving it home. You got to make it to your trailer and hope it fucking makes it up onto it.
Yeah. And then you feel like shit because everybody else has got to drag your ass out, right? So
But
I get
it-
it. But
it is
it's no
kinda
different than
fun.
choppers. You feel like shit when somebody's got to race down the highway, get a truck to come back and get you.
When you're playing for rides, and somebody breaks down at the gas station.
The guy who invites you, me, hey Twan, let's go for a ride. We'll go out through Little Britain and everything. I broke down in Lindsay and he had to go get his truck and pick my stupid ass
I
up.
had to go back and get my truck so many times.
If my bike's been in your truck and it's only been in my truck once, it's been in yours at least 4.
At least 4
Since
times.
the time, the day
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Actually, the day after because I had to do the brakes and everything.
Yeah.
And then I melted fuel lines. I've melted everything off that thing.
All right. So the other thing we discussed over the last week or so is People's Champs.
Yep.
So we went from 24 down to 6. Awesome that we had 2 Canadians in.
Yep.
They got in.
Yep. They made to the final 6 or
Yeah, exactly. So
Greg, how do you say his
Gagnon.
Gagnon?
Gagnon.
Or
so we got Greg Gagnon from
Gagnon to us
Ottawa.
and
Ontarians.
James Booth.
And
James Booth, yeah.
James, who's building a 75 shovel, and Greg's got the 64 pan.
Yep.
And we also touched base with the dude from California with the Iron Head. He made it in. The CB 750, Clay's made it in.
Yep.
White rice.
And we didn't really touch base on Aaron Crow's. He's got the 67 shovel.
Yeah.
It's got a
That
pretty
thing's
cool.
low as
Is that the
hell.
white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's super rad. I
Yeah, he's
actually
got.
really like it.
He did the chain sissy bar, the chain link shifter. So he's got a pretty cool looking
Rat
chop
rowdy
going.
bike.
Yeah,
No,
very
Aaron
rat
Cruz
rowdy
is the
looking.
red one.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
he's the red with the
one with like
ruby
coffin
red.
tank on it or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that.
it's got like a
Who's
coffin
got that
tank.
slammed white one? Didn't he make top 6?
Yeah, that's
That's the Iron Head,
Juarez?
isn't
that's
it?
Clay Crick.
No,
No.
that's the CB.
Clay is the CB. I think
Oh, is it?
Juarez is the.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh yeah, I'm missing.
Johnny
it.
so
Juarez.
Johnny Juarez in California, he's got
Yeah.
the slammed 69.
That thing
Iron
is pretty fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like the bars on it. You see the
Loving
risers?
it.
I think we got to
It
take a
just-
little credit for Axel because we thought he was Canadian. So
Yeah.
we kind of
So
we
he's-
really pushed him as
Sorry,
voting
buddy,
for
we
him for
cheered you on.
Canadian.
And he made it in
So-
as well too, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, so
I mean, he's
Axel,
got a
all
nice
those Canadian
chop.
votes.
He's
You're
got
welcome,
like a
buddy.
South Carolina chop going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean his chop's pretty fucking sweet as well too. It's got like a half twisted sissy bar.
Oh, the offset
got-
one?
No,
no,
it's not
that's
the offset
James
one,
Booth
but
has offset.
one side of the sissy bar is twisted, and then the
Oh,
other
okay,
side
yeah,
is
yeah.
straight bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then he welded in this like 2-piece oval that goes in it. Looks pretty cool.
It's a tall, and he's got some nice tall upswept
Yeah, good-
fishtails.
yeah.
It's a nice bike. It's
The,
really is.
the dual headlight is half twisted as well. So he did
Yeah.
like a half twisted metal and then a curved up, which is pretty cool looking.
Split it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still partial to the two Canadian guys. I
sure.
love their builds. I like the direction they're both going.
I still think they're the top 2 bikes.
Yeah.
Look at this picture. I'm looking right now as we're
But-
talking about it through the Biltwells Final 6, and they post pictures of each one. Look at Greg's picture. That man is stunning.
He is a beautiful son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What is up with the classic, like,
He's
there
handsome,
is
man.
a chopper pose that every guy with a chopper poses.
He-
The arms crossed,
Yeah.
legs just slightly past shoulder length, standing behind your bike with a scowl like yours. Like fucking,
He's just a handsome fella.
Oh, yeah, Greg's a handsome looking dude.
Goddamn.
Well, I got to
Good-looking
admit,
I know
I
Anthony
didn't
would
look.
do
I didn't
this
get
in a
past
second in
looking at
front
the
of him.
chopper itself. But
I'm
man.
voting,
Shit, I voted for his face, not his bike.
I'm voting for the man.
yeah.
Just like
So just a warning, Greg. If we see you out on the trails, you're probably gonna get raped.
You're going to be slaying some dicks.
they just announced a date for the Hickory Switcheroo. So
And we
did
know
they
where he's
announce
going to
that
be in
already?
June. So
yeah, they announced
Yeah.
the date there last week.
Yeah.
Last week, earlier, yeah, end of this week.
Well,
So when's the date,
it wasn't
though?
really a date release. It was same place, same time.
No, they had the date and everything. It was.
Well, it's
I have a screenshot of it.
I kind of need that so I can book some time off and make sure I'm not camping those weekends with the wife. So
you're not camping
Well,
with
you're
them.
not.
You're camping
coming
with
along-
us.
Yeah. She can come along and be our chase vehicle because I'm going
right
camping
here.
this year.
July 30th to August 1st, 2022. Same recipe
okay,
with more spices.
okay.
Oh, so the civic long weekend.
Yeah,
Sweet,
I
we
think
got a
that's
Monday to recover. We're good.
Ooh, that's gonna be okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to sweep
bad.
my
I
think
wife
that's
on that
normally
one.
Sorry, Christine. He's coming with us. You can join us,
Yeah.
but you got to drive the camper. So we have
Right.
somewhere to sleep.
That'd be awesome.
We're gonna
man.
be chopping in style. No, man. We show up to the Hickory. We got a fucking trailer.
Yes.
Well, apparently it might be in a different location, I think, isn't it?
No,
Yeah, I
I
think
thought
they're
he
changing it.
posted same date or same time, same location.
Okay, so what I want to
break
know
some
with
shit.
with the People's Champ is now that they're down to the 6, will they do an online voting again for the final 6?
What I've heard is it goes to the show. Obviously, whoever rolls
Yeah.
in, they have to. But I think this is the first year they're doing online due to COVID and to open it up to people that can't
Yeah,
make it to
I mean,
the
because
show.
I'm not
I
going to be
know,
able to
I
make it.
think
As
they-
much as I want to go to California, it's too close to my anniversary, birthday.
They just got a really bad time.
They did
For me, it is. It's
online-
bad timing. Yeah.
They did online last year as well. You
Did
do
it?
the online
Okay.
voting, and then they have to complete their 100-mile ride or whatever through Cooks to where they're going. And then it also, they add in the votes from the show and everything. But they, like, again, for their votes to count from online, they have to make it there.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then they add them all, and then ta-da.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
That ride alone would be fucking sweet.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if they're all going together.
Did you
Well, anyone
hear
could join too, right? Like,
California is running that fucking thing again this year? He's gonna go with them.
He's going to lead.
I don't know if he's leading, but he said he's going to be.
He should lead. He should lead.
Anyone's
Considering
gonna
he's
lead.
last year's
Well, he's
champ,
champ.
he
Yeah.
should. He should
be
lead.
the lead.
He
Should
should
He
lead.
said he was taking that bike again, and he put it up online for like a vote. Should I run the same single handlebar this year to go
Got
to
it.
Cooks?
That's how you
I
won.
think
And
you
I was
have
like,
to.
dude, that's fucking awesome.
it's got to
Yeah.
be the champion bike.
Well, just to go there.
How that bike's not been sold yet? Like I'd imagine there'd be a ton of people going, dude, sell me that bike. Sell me
Would
that
you be able
bike.
to sell to your like if you won the People's Champ? I don't think I'd be able to sell that bike.
I don't know, but
Until I've got-
that's-
well, that bike
Cash.
would obviously
but
have
you gotta
to mean
you gotta
something, too.
eventually get rid of some of the projects you have, right? And while it's in high demand, because people are going to want that bike, you're going to get top dollar for it, especially COVID times.
Wow. What he's done to it, like when he did People's Champ, like his brakes failed, his clutch failed, and he just rode it out. He made it there. So I think that bike, even a couple of the podcasts, I think Danger Dan did one as well. And I listened to that one, and he had all their different interviews when they talked
Yep.
about it. And he's like, yeah, this bike was built on like no money, mostly just beer and trading for parts.
Yeah.
It's a really cool listen. But
Good,
yeah, I saw him post up about he'd be out at this one as well. And just to ride there and meet him alone while you're competing for the same thing that
Yeah,
you won
absolutely.
would be absolutely awesome.
I'm
Absolutely.
really excited to see James from Canada. I'm really excited to hear that bike. That's the
Oh,
guy
the
that
weird-
goes
and that
off.
pops
That's what
off,
the
yeah, with the
three
grapevines.
pass through
Yeah.
fucking, yeah.
I wanna hear that.
I'm going to reach out to them. Hopefully we can get them on for an interview.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Hopefully. If you guys are listening, yeah, reach out to us.
Mm-hmm.
Sketchy Chopper Society at gmail.com. And
I think we should
We'll
try
get
and
an interview.
Greg on as well.
yeah, absolutely. And any listeners out there too, jump on People's Champ show, go through the 6 and reach out to us what your favorite bike is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's kind of get a pre kind of look at what do you
Another
think.
one I would like to very much so hear about would be Jimi Hendrix. I'd love to hear about that knuckle he's doing. He's done some wild stuff on that, man.
I suspect some of the people that didn't make the final 6 will still be at the show.
Yeah, there was
Oh,
quite
yeah.
a few of them that said they were still going to finish and
Yeah,
ride
yeah.
out anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah, and-
I'd love to
Well,
hear
they,
about his
they
bike.
still will show the 24. Oh, it's your phone. So, like, if you were in the contest, you've been eliminated, they still will show your bike. You're just not in the final 6. So, they got
Yeah,
a spot for them for anyone
Yeah,
that wants
I mean,
to
I
do
was
that.
on the website today, and the website itself doesn't really show who the final 6 is yet. They just still have all the people from the 24, which is fine. I just kind of wish they would update their page quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main thing's like Instagram.
Yeah,
Instagram's
yeah.
where they mostly post most of their stuff.
Well,
do
they
that.
post constant, man. I have the notifications on for that, and my phone just goes off all day, every day, at night.
Yeah.
It's just blowing up what they're posting.
Yeah.
At some point, I would like to hear about Jimmy's bike as well, because we met him up at Montreal. He was the one slinging all the fucking parts out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got your horn from them.
Yeah, my horn, that girder
horn
I
was
looked
fire.
at,
yep.
and I talked to him a few times there and asked him some questions, but I'd really like to hear about that bike from what he's done to it.
Yeah.
Running that Electron fuel system and everything. That bike, fucking pretty sweet looking.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll probably be a roll the bones this year if it's still going to go on.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it. Yep. That'd be
So,
cool to see.
yeah.
I'd like to talk to him about that, or at least if we could get him on, or
Yeah,
Get 'em
absolutely.
to
I
call
mean,
in.
any of the guys they're building for the People Champ, if they want to get on the show, definitely just reach out to us. We'll figure something out.
Figure
And
something.
do a phone call interview
It's-
in or
yeah,
something, right?
exactly.
So, anyways, so who do you think's going to win?
James Booth.
One of the Canadians for sure.
I mean, I'm hoping for the Canadians winning, but I think that CB is going to win, man. I
Yeah,
think,
Clay.
It is
Yeah.
over the top. That is extra. He went extra with that.
yeah,
I think it'll definitely get the shock vote.
for
But
sure, for sure.
Well,
if
I
you
think
look at like a
It'll get the
clean-
fab vote too.
Yeah.
Like the true hardcore fabbers will definitely look at that and go, okay, that's different.
But these aren't your like typical bagger people, right? That they see like a fancy looking chop and they're like, ooh, OCC eyes, right?
Yeah.
Like you're born free is like those are choppers. These are people that know it and they're gonna look at something they want to. It's gonna be like a classy standard chopper. So like that's where Greg
Traditional, yeah.
very traditional. And then I just think James that exhaust and the way that bike sounds in the offset, like he's got enough of the
Custom
wow and the
aspect, yeah.
customization kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like,
The
I think
single-sided sissy. and
but
shit
it's
like
still very classy and like it's a beautiful bike.
that. Yeah.
Mel's here.
We got a Mel.
And she's got a sub.
What up, Mel?
What's that, Mamacita?
Oh, we can hear
You
you.
bring snacks?
Empty glass. Oh, Rockstar.
Energy drink,
Hi,
Rockstar.
baby. Thank you.
We got one of the wives here, everybody. Mel, say hi.
Show your
She
tits.
just gave us the finger.
Show your tits, or I will.
We've already seen them.
Okay, so back
Where
to
was I? Yeah. I just
James.
think James has that perfect blend of like a little over the top with the pipes and that sissy bar, and then the classic chopper traditional look.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to the small details for sure, right? I mean, Greg's with the leather inlays and all that kind of stuff, and I like his. Like he's on my top of the list because not just he's from my hometown, but I love that traditional look. Like to me, that's exactly what I would look for in a chopper.
So,
And the iron head too. I mean, not California, and
That
because
thing
I
is-
have an iron
oh,
head.
you
Yeah,
love that. It's the same as your iron head. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
A
little
it's
low?
low as hell.
It's low as hell.
Then he has
right?
got a
So-
cool hound dog. So
well, so I followed it last year as well. I followed California very closely because I just loved his like off the wall style, just
Package.
straight whatever. He just did whatever the hell he wanted. Whatever popped in his head, he made it work.
Yep.
They had a couple really nice traditional like pans. They had that one like fancy Evo. He
Yeah.
was Jesse James Fabricator or something who built that one with the twin split frame and everything. And I found even though the traditionals are absolutely gorgeous, they didn't get the votes for like you would see those bikes and you'd be like, holy fuck, those things are absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, and it comes down to again the details,
it was
right?
the off the wall.
It's
factor,
who's going
I
to
think,
catch
took it.
what they're doing for fabbing, and if it's different and,
Oh,
and
it's
slightly
different.
out of
Takes
out,
it
yeah,
because
yeah.
like they were just some of the stuff he did was nobody heard of. Like Cliff, 2-1 single grip handlebar,
Yeah, exactly.
just completely off the wall. And I think it's Clay Crick who has a CB.
Yeah.
That thing is like that thing's
And
got
that's-
the self-supported rear fender.
and
the
that's
steering
why I
through
think
the
it's going to
tank.
win. Is I think there's
It's
so
just
much
It is.
wild.
uniqueness to it.
his whole front end's made by him. Everything has a gas tank. Everything. The frame
Yeah.
completely modified.
He got
by
a
him.
lot of the ideas he was saying. The tank he saw in an old Chopper magazine. He posted on his page, and like the
Well, that's like a lot of
self-supported rear
things.
fender.
Like you try and be original as possible. Somebody's done it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
I
what
mean,
I mean?
there's no. It's how you put it all
something
together
you don't see
and
very
how you
often,
showcase it. That's the biggest thing, right?
Exactly.
Is if you can showcase it to a point where people can understand what's been done, right?
Yeah.
And for layman's terms, there's not a lot of people. I'm sure there's a lot of builders at the show that are voting, but there's also going to be a lot of people that are there that don't really build and can't really catch the little things. So you got to kind of do
Well,
something.
it's
that
the
Let's-
wow
that's
factor
one thing, like,
on that CB.
Even
Yeah.
with the four of us, when we look at a bike, we all see different stuff.
Absolutely.
Like I'm looking at like welds. I'm looking at like, oh, he made that part for sure. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we even just in us four, we're noticing completely different stuff.
I'm looking at shiny wheels. Look,
Yeah. Ooh, chrome.
21.
See, the thing is though, none of these bikes. Well, I think maybe 2 bikes are painted. I know Greg's is painted, and I
yeah.
think
Greg's is
the
painted.
other
It was
show
done by
head-
Yeah.
Cooks.
I mean, we already
Yeah.
discussed Greg's is probably the most furthest along.
So-
So it'll be interesting to see if anything changes between now and, because, I mean, he's going to try things out and
Yep.
it may be a slightly different bike by the time
Yeah,
he
'cause
gets
he's
to the
still
show.
got wiring. All
I was
that
gonna
stuff
say,
in
it's
there,
put
so-
together,
I
but
think
it's not
Greg's
running.
will pretty
Yeah.
much look the way it looks. Like he's got minor stuff. If Clay comes in with some fucking wild paint job on that CB, that'll lock it up. Same
Yeah,
with
he's still got some
James.
work
Like
to
those
do.
guys
Oh,
have
yeah.
paint, and paint's huge. Like that,
for sure.
that'll make or break your show. Like
Yeah.
if you got a bad paint job, or just a plain paint job, like
Well,
you
that-
got to go over the top.
Well,
on
it doesn't
That
have to be a good paint. Like it doesn't have to be
It doesn't
some.
be
It
good.
doesn't
thing.
No, it doesn't. It
Spray bomb on
doesn't.
Yeah.
people's chain.
When it comes down
It
to
doesn't have to be
it,
a good blowjob, just a blowjob.
when it comes down to it, like you can put like show quality paint out. And going back again, Cliff's bike was hand painted by one of his buddies, I believe. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't perfect, but it was like a hand painted rattlesnake from top to fucking bottom
that thing would
with
be-
dented up tins to make it age that way.
Well,
But
you
it
went
wasn't
for-
a showcase.
No, it
paint
doesn't have to
job
be
by
shiny.
any means.
What's
Yeah.
the best thing about Biltwells People Champ is it's not this showy.
It's not a show bike.
or OCZ.
It's a bike at a show.
Jesse James, like you know what I mean? It's their chops.
Yeah, they're not spending
building
20 grand on a
shops.
paint job, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although you probably could. Why,
Oh, yeah.
why would you?
Very easily. I charge you all 20 grand,
Yeah.
and my shit sucks.
Really? I bought you a sissy bar, bitch.
I wish-
20 grand, sissy bar.
No wonder the lines are
Made
crooked.
it gold.
Didn't
I
even
wish
get
they
the
showed
bottom
the
mounts.
voting
Had to make them.
results. So like,
Yeah, I
you got to
would've-
see who got what, because Where Greg has a beautiful bike, he ran forks, which could be his downfall. Where I think everyone but the other shovelhead. Like, there's two bikes that ran forks. There's 4 all with springers.
Let me just check.
Yeah.
And
1, 2 springers.
there's
3
4 springers. There's Aaron
trucks.
ran the forks and Greg ran forks.
Yeah, I was talking to all springers except for 2. Actually, one thing I will say I noticed today when I was doing some research about all these bikes, just kind of going over them again, get some ideas in my head.
Masturbating, not research.
Is same thing. Is James the Canadian with the cool exhaust stuff? There's one video he posted, and he's got like these little like lights on the side of his handlebars. I think they're just reflectors. He pops one out, and a bunch of candy comes out. I'm like, that's the best thing in the world.
It's full of
I like that. Now, if you put crack cocaine in that, I'm in.
Yeah, it's in the top of his tree.
Give me some crack candy.
So his top yoke is full of M&Ms. So you pull off a cover and
Sweet.
it pours M&Ms out like.
As a fat guy, I respect that.
Right? Exactly. Me too.
As anyone, you need some road snacks.
I'm gonna go to that
like,
show
Liquor
just to
in
eat
the other
those.
side, some candy.
Get some whiskey in one of your fucking back bar, just a little tap.
Yeah.
Very metally taste to it.
Who cares?
Whatever.
It's whiskey at that time.
Yeah, exactly. Whiskey or, turn your bar into fucking a pipe.
A little bowl on the exhaust.
Cliff Ornia did that. They had his bars up and they had
A little
There's a pipe
fucking
section in
ride
there.
and bake fucking thing going on. Nice.
yeah he had those come out last year before he was before he won People's Champ. They were screwing around with their bars. Yeah, and they made one that was a pipe.
Nice.
Pull the end out and shit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking hilarious.
Actually, I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
fucking around with it.
Yeah, they were screwing around with it all the time.
But it'd be awesome if they would just publish those. I doubt they would. Just
And
they
I-
don't want to hurt feelings or who knows. But like,
Yeah.
you'd love to see where they're lined up. Like, what if it came down to like 3
And
votes?
not only
right?
that, as an IT guy, I like to see the
Oh fuck, Chopper Analytics coming up.
no, but I like to see the general mapping. Like,
Oh my God,
did
mapping.
the Canadian guys get majority Canadian votes, or was
Yeah.
there Americans
the
voting?
statistics behind
Yeah,
the
statistics. I
voting.
want to
Yeah.
know the
Regional
demographics.
votes?
region-
Yeah, like who's voting for what?
Because what we were allowed 6 votes, right?
I don't know.
Why?
No, like 6 people were allowed to pick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
so-
allowed
yeah,
to
6
vote
people.
once a day
Yeah,
for 6
so
people.
what, there was
I realized
4
if you cleared
Canadians?
your cookies, you get endless votes. So,
Oh really?
oh yeah,
Friggin', so we all voted for 2 state spikes too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think we all almost
Actually, I
closely
think-
voted for
I
the
got
same
4
bikes,
of the
right?
6. Where
Yeah,
my,
same here.
like Axel, James, Greg, Clay. They were in my 4. I picked that Ironhead and the Triumph.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I got.
Where are my other 2?
I think I got 5 out of the 6 that
Oh,
I
did you?
that I
Yeah, I
picked,
got
right?
4 out of the
So
6.
the only one I didn't get was Axel's, right?
Well, I thought Axel was Canadian. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike is last.
Well, he's Canadian
So
now,
again-
whether he likes it or not.
yeah, he
he's
likes it
fucking
now.
Canadian.
You're welcome.
Free healthcare.
I accept payment
Yeah.
in stickers, T-shirts, and hats.
But I do like Axel's build as well
Yeah,
too.
it's-
Right?
oh, it's
'Cause
a beautiful bike.
he chopped off the whole front end, raised it, raked it.
Oh, yeah, everything he's touched.
So and it definitely looks like a very Carolina style chop,
Oh, for
which is
sure.
pretty cool.
I love that there's just so many different ideas for all the bikes. Like all 6 of them are like completely, you know what I
Different.
mean, one off. Like built them differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Greg's lost CNC, a lot of like fine little intricate pieces and stuff, which turned out real nice.
Yeah, the only thing I would have liked to seen is maybe a Triumph or something in there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the CB, but
It's so hard to put a Triumph motor up against a shovel pan or knuck. Like,
yeah,
It
but
just doesn't have that
but if you can
aesthetic.
get an Iron Head in there, you can get a Triumph in there, right?
Dude, the knucklehead got voted out, so
yeah, I know,
like,
but it's
you
just,
can beat those.
those unit motors from Triumph. They don't fill the frame. Like, it's nice, it is, but I don't know. I think they just don't even hold a candle to American.
I like the looks of Triumph. I like the 60s Triumphs. I
Yeah,
like
well, that's
the
kind of
60s
what I
era,
would build if
yeah,
I was to put
100%.
something in there, and
Get
if
like
I
a
was going to go with a
750,
Triumph.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like my
Bigger.
Triumph would have to be stretched a little bit, and
Oh yeah, we
You'd have to
better
actually,
rake
like,
and
get
stuff.
it done in
I'd
a
have to actually
timely
work on it.
fashion. Ironhead.
but I would love to see see a nice Triumph, it's old 60s, early 70s Triumph done wild paint.
I've always had a soft spot for Triumph, anyways, just from my old man.
Do you
and
not
stuff,
like to
so-
fucking drink
are
out of
you
a can?
pouring a monster into a
It's
glass?
warm.
Into a wine
So
glass?
what? The glass makes it cold?
You're gonna
Yeah,
put your
this is a cold
pinky out when
glass.
you
This is a
sip out of that
freezing
wine glass?
My wife did it,
Add
so
it to
special.
it or you're done. We're just
Or you're
gonna
done.
shut your damn mic off.
Ew, Black Label and
Black
Monster
Label 12
Fruity
beer.
Berry. He's got like Fruity Berry Monster.
All right, so any final thoughts on
Sugar-free.
People's
Sugar-free.
Champ? Do we still got more shit to talk about?
Give her Canadians,
Well, who else picked? What was your vote?
or else you
What'd
can
say?
leave.
I don't even remember all their names.
Well, you
to be
got
honest.
yeah, James, Greg, Axel, Clay,
I know I voted
Johnny.
for Greg, Jimi Hendrix, Clay Kirk, the CB, the guy with the slammed white one.
Oh yeah.
That thing was sick as fuck. The other Canadian with the fancy pipes.
James Booth.
James, yep.
Sure. Yep. And
So who's your winner?
I honestly don't know.
Pick one.
I'm kind of torn. I really wish I saw Jimmy's knuckle come into it. Like that thing made me pretty happy to see. That thing is pretty sweet. That's a bike that I'd love to build myself. So I like that one, but Greg's straight up craftsmanship and Cooks, I believe, painted it. It turned out absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That CB is just straight up choppery wildness, which I love because my bike is one of my bikes is a CB 750 single overhead cam. But they're all amazing in their own way, to be honest.
Yeah, they are.
I can't.
It's hard to
I
pick.
couldn't pick a top. I
It's
couldn't
hard
pick
to
a winner.
pick.
If they were like no votes, you have to pick the winner. I wouldn't be able to do it. They're all so awesome in their own ways with the craftsmanship and their imagination that they did with the offset sissy bars, twisted half, regular center, the paint that was done on Greg's bike with the different flakes all put into it, smoothed out, semi-molded frame and everything.
And I think that's why I really like Greg's bike too, is because it was so far along compared to everybody else's.
I like
right?
seeing the more finished product.
Yeah.
Because you can be like, that's going to turn out awesome, and then it turns out like semi-okay.
Yeah.
But
And they
his
paint it
bike,
purple and call it purple haze, and you're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Or purple pickle or something.
sick as fuck.
Yeah, this thing fucks.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to actually pick a winner. I wish there was different bikes that made the top six.
I mean, I could pick a winner, but I'd probably be biased, right? I mean,
Oh, I'm
let's
biased
be
as hell.
honest. Yeah, I'm going to pick a
if
Canadian
they were to
bike,
say
right?
pick a winner and there was no anything about it, I'd love Greg's bike to win that thing. That thing's absolutely
If I didn't know who
gorgeous.
built them,
Exactly.
yeah, I think it would
If you
come
just
down
got
to the
pictures of
CB.
bikes.
Yeah, if I just saw the pictures of the bikes and how things were moving along, I think, yeah, it'd be between the CB
Just for fabrication wise.
and probably James's bike, right?
Yeah.
Like I like again the pipes, the offset sissy. I like all
Everything.
that.
His
right?
handlebars
Yeah.
are all fab. Like, and it's his lines on his bike just flow.
Yeah.
To me, like your bike's got to flow. You can't just. Where Clay's is cool. Like you got that crazy. It's just so bulky. Yeah.
I'd like to see how it rides
are
too, right?
bulky.
And that's the other thing too. I'd want to see how each of them ride down the road.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for the rides. I want to see
I
these
like
cocksuckers.
when they posted the YouTube of like the ride of California and all those guys. That was a cool fucking video.
Yeah, I watched that like 3 or 4
Seeing that shit bouncing down the road, you're like, that completes it.
Yeah.
It can look cool, it can be all that, but you see him riding, he's struggling, you're like, that's fucking horrible. That's a horrible ride. Like,
Yeah.
you're wishing you make it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, if there was no names, it was just bikes, the top 3 out of me would be Greg's Pan, the CB, Clay, and I would pick Jimi Hendrix to be top 3, 100%. Yeah. I just, the knuckle digger style thing is just
And
absolutely
he had those
mind-blowing.
twin
pipes
electric
that run
carbs. Oh, he had those-
Electron.
Electron.
Yeah.
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 2
But-
electron.
And he
Exhaust.
was running his exhaust through the oil.
Through the
Yeah.
fucking oil
oil
bag.
bag, yeah.
What the fuck?
I know that was a pretty sick.
Yeah,
bike.
I mean, it'd
A
be
lot of
interesting
fab
to
work.
see that bike finished. Like, I
I'm-
can't
Oh,
Oh,
wait
we are
to
going
see
to
it
see it
finish.
finished. I
Yeah.
think so. Like,
Well, we'll either see him at Roll the Bones or
Yeah.
whatnot. I'm
Well,
sure he's
I'm
going to
sure.
finish it in time.
it'll be nice.
And I think my top
Get up
3 would
close on
probably also be the Ironhead would be in there in the top as well too.
Oh, that's, you know,
I
what?
think
That
for,
guy did
for
such
me
a
to pick
good
my
job.
top 3, we'd have to have a bikini competition.
What? What? So somebody can see your dick again?
skip
for
hit
me.
that skip ahead 15, but right now, just to be safe.
Backtrack 20.
It's right on Spotify.
But yeah,
Left
so
swipe, left swipe.
that's where we're at with People's Champ.
It honestly would be a hard, if there was no votes put into it, if they just said, you made this event, you pick first place. Don't know if I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't.
But
No, it's tough. I mean, because every bike has something you really like, and every bike has got its own personality. And it'd be like trying to pick one of your favorite kids out of 6, right? Like it just
that's why I had one.
you're gonna fall over there, Mikey.
Your legs aren't long enough for that.
I'm fucking
You're on a fold-out chair, dude. That shit's gonna collapse.
Again, you're wearing vertical stripes.
Yeah, well, it's
But
on
they
my
look-
balls
Those
this
aren't
time.
vertical, man. That's
Those
horizontal.
are horizontal.
And they
but
looking sexy.
And you get paid more than I do.
Dyslexic to my shapes.
Are those the bib overall ones?
No, they're just
Or are they
his
just the
fucking.
pants?
His
No,
they're
those
just
are
like a
pajama
stretchy.
pants.
Oh,
They're
those are
not
the
even-
These are the ones I got ripped off
These
for.
are the stretchy pants.
I'm gonna order probably the ones from
Bob Dom.
School of Cool, whatever.
Well, I just get the Facebook
Japanese
ones
one.
for $75.
No, that's
Same
I
shit.
did get those for fucking
those-
50.
those
Yeah.
are the Facebook
Yeah.
ones.
They don't send you what you're looking at.
So
The Bob Dong ones or whatever.
Yeah,
That's not what
School
they
of
send
Cool
you.
is just the Bob Dong ones. You can order. You
Yeah,
can
but
actually
I
order
but I
them
like
off
that they
fucking
have
Amazon.
a different thickness in their canvas, right? So
Yeah.
Well,
they have
they're
a
like
16 ounce, a
16
14
ounces
ounce,
something.
or an 18 ounce, something like that.
Yeah,
So
that's the ones I have.
the problem is now is you're going to hit a lot of these chopper shows, and there's going to be fucking 18 guys
Yeah,
fucking
you're all
walking
you look
around
like
in
a
the same
fucking prison
pants,
gang,
right?
just gang
Yeah,
each other.
so
Well, I saw the ones
I
in
don't know.
Montreal. I was like, "What's up?" And then he's like, he knew who I was. He followed my CB. I was
Nice.
like, oh, "Cool, man." And then I asked him where we could eat. That's when you guys walked for an hour. I had
Yeah.
to come pick you up.
I'm just gonna strip the
strip what?
I'm gonna skip the prison
You're
stripes. Let's go
rapey today, aren't you?
I'm talking about hookers.
I'm
You
hard
got
as-
strippers.
I'm hard
like-
as hell today, apparently.
You want to borrow my mustache?
What's in that monster?
I'm gonna skip the friggin' prison stripes. Let's go straight orange.
Yeah, straight orange.
DOC.
Yeah, orange jumper.
I was gonna say
I'll go
Haley
beige.
runs that one from I think it's Moto Fucker or whatever. She
Oh,
bought
Moto
that one
Fucker?
up
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Montreal. She bought one of those.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I wanted those overalls
Yeah.
too, but they didn't have my size.
Yeah, they only had like
They never
one
have
X
my
or something.
size because I'm a big boy size.
yeah, yeah.
You're a bagger size.
I'm a bagger size.
Black Street guy coming in hot.
So yeah. Anyways, what else you guys want to talk about?
What'd you guys get up to this week? Any new bike stuff? I got a rear tire. I gotta throw on an iron head now.
Yeah, I got my my new tire for the iron head, so we can hopefully finally fit up that fender,
Yep.
get it sized in there, welded in.
That thing's tall as fuck.
It's I need it though,
That's
right?
fair.
I
And
need
it's
that
the damn
extra.
tread I wanted for mine. I cheaped out, got some cheapies for this year. I'm like,
Why does your
"Ah."
tire look really skinny now, though?
Did you bring the tire up?
It's
Yeah,
that
yeah,
same
it's
size
right
I was
there,
on.
man. Check it out.
Yeah, it's got the nice coker.
Yeah,
Ooh, that is nice.
it's gonna be really nice.
What's
but
that?
Yeah, it doesn't really match my
That's
front
an
now,
Avon.
though,
Yeah,
right?
that's an
So I
Avon.
may.
No,
I may,
it's just got a coker style tread,
I
right?
may order in a new front tire.
The
to-
Avon
to
front
try
tire
and
is
match it.
sick.
Yeah.
It's nice
Nicer
looking.
because you're gonna get some grip.
That'll
on the
be
side
hard to
rather than
match
running the
on a
cokers.
21, man.
What's There's not a lot of options for it,
You're
but
going
I
back down to a fucking 16 front rim now.
no fucking way I'll go down to a 16.
Put that
now.
21 on the Triumph.
That's a 19. I don't think that's a 21. That's a 19.
Yeah,
I said put the 21 on the Triumph.
Oh no! Well, if I steal the 21 off of that, I'll probably put it on the 98 and order in
That's
another.
a tiny tire for that bike, man.
yeah, but
Well-
they look good. What's his name? A Wagon Burner's bike had a 21 on the wide glide front.
Yeah,
end.
it looked
That
awesome.
looked awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked
that
better
bike
than
is
my
pretty
fat
badass,
Yeah.
16
man.
that's on it.
Exactly,
I got
it
a,
looked
like a
good.
fat boy tire on
Yeah.
it, right?
Your front tire is bigger than my rear tire.
My front tire matches my rear tire, and it's a 16-inch fat boy tire.
It's exact.
and it
it's
looks
exact same
stupid.
rear tire size on front and rear.
That's
That's
Yeah,
why
it
Luke's
just
bike
looks
is too,
stupid.
that 90,
So-
what? 72, 96.
Oh, he's got a
whatever.
48. 48 runs
48, there
the
we go.
fat.
I thought about
Somewhere
ordering
in there.
another one of these for that 98, but that's too skinny. I have to go a little bit wider for that 98.
Oh yeah,
So,
we'll just get sidewall size. I can just put the same size on the rear.
yeah.
Front, you can put a front tire on instead of a rear.
Yeah.
I guess your
but,
neighbor
but I
found
do
her
have
yappy
that
dog.
I do have that 18-inch fucking rim that I may use.
Oh,
for
that thing looks
98.
good. I like
Yeah.
the solidness. Of
I got to
that one.
find wheel hub for it though.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time finding something that's not under like $800 for
Oh,
a fucking
really?
wheel hub. Yeah. The Arlen
what?
Ness one I think is like $500 US.
It's
So
just
but-
all the
Yeah, it's
internals
$100
are
part,
missing?
Yeah.
$400 for the
Just
Nest
fuck.
name.
Is it a front or a rear?
rear.
Okay, I can't help you. I have CB hubs. Like 2 or 3 of them.
I have to follow up with Dom because I asked him a few months back, and I think we just kind of lost touch on it. So
Yeah.
I'll follow up with Dom this week and see if he can get one. I'll take an internal measurement and see if he can find something.
Well, all you need is basically that rod that goes in there between your bearings, because everything else is bearings and sleeves.
Yeah,
So you just get a bearing kit with sleeves and you press the sleeves in.
yeah, true.
Really, all you need is that rod in the middle that floats. Which,
Yeah.
if you can figure out that size, it's basically the same size as your axle shaft. So.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Da-da.
I got fricked. So when I bought my Harley,
You're still holding a cool fucking wine glass.
Yeah,
man.
and you're fucking
Put it the
jealous.
fuck down.
slow down, Dylan. Her fuck, put Jeff Gordon in you.
Jeff Gordon, your ranch.
That's paying for your fucking car, all that monster.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I got my bike. It's been sitting it was sitting, 3 years or something like that, 4 years, something. Right, did some maintenance, started riding it. One thing I noticed when I went over it is the rear drive pulley on my rim had a little bit of play in it. Right, so I tightened up the bolts. Seemed to be fine, but when I'd get on it, it'd loosen up again. So I'm like, what the hell? So I pulled the bolts out. Somebody had them loose at one point in time. Okay, threw new bolts in. Just grabbed grade 8 CCS, nothing special, right? I was whatever, get me through the year. Threw them in, ran them all last year. Didn't have too big of an issue. Never really broke free or nothing. So I put on my polished aluminums now. Those were spokes. Putting on my polished full aluminum cast wheel on the rear.
I didn't even realize it was on your bike, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I put it on, right? And I get it all bolted together. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I should really check that rear pulley from it running loose, make sure that wasn't the issue. So I pulled it all back off, checked it again, and my holes are ovaled out on my pulley, which was a pain in the ass because they're aluminum. I can weld it, re-drill it, but it has to be super accurate because they're hub-centric. The bolts go in. You got 5 bolts you got to try and line up perfectly. And if you get one off, then you're hogging it out, and then you're just creating the issue
And they're
all over
ovaled
again.
out because they're aluminum,
yeah, exactly.
right? Like
now
it
they're
just,
ovaled out again, right?
yeah.
So yeah, somebody ran it loose, did it. It actually ovaled out the rim hub and the pulley.
Wow.
That was really loose.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, shit. So I bought brand new hardware that's meant for it. So the sleeve's all perfect. Fixed it a bit, but I gotta find a new pulley. So I looked around. I think it's like $500. So I was looking around, found some off eBay. Evan sent me a bunch from eBay, went through them. There's some that were a little iffy. And one of them I found, the best priced one, was hogged out in the middle.
The Buell one.
Yeah, it was like off a Buell.
Yep.
Luckily I
Well,
found
I
one.
only
and-
sent you what I found like instantly because
Yeah.
I was working and you were already at home. So fuck you.
And luckily, because I'm a Jew bag who doesn't do anything online,
I thought you were gonna say gay.
I convinced Mike. I found one that was perfect, really good shape from Canada. So figured, hey, he's gonna save me some coin. Convinced Mike to buy it for me, shoot him some cash. That's what I do with all my friends. Hey, this is online, by the way.
By the way, because I don't do fucking Interact and
Oh, but he
PayPal and
he orders 3 years worth of bike parts at once.
Yeah, exactly.
You
so
can do it.
luckily, my boy Mike ordered it up for me. So hopefully, we get that in
And
February. And
just like all buying parts in Canada, the part's coming from Alberta,
yeah,
and he won't ship to Canada.
yeah. What the
Like,
hell?
he's
Ontario.
Canadian that won't ship to Canada.
because it costs so much
Ontario.
money to ship anything.
It
That's
is.
the problem.
It's Canada
right? Like,
Post. Actually, you know what? It was only $25, which
Yeah.
I thought would be a lot more just for weight alone.
Dude,
Yeah.
I paid less than that coming from fucking Ohio and shit.
Well, that's the thing, right? You pay
unless
to
you're
have
ordering a
two-night
Dixon, they
delivery
charge you
from TC.
25 US for
Yeah.
a fucking shirt.
Yeah.
Still doesn't
Yeah.
come
Oh,
for 4
yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
It's just Canada Post just
Yeah.
rapes us.
Let's say all the ones from the States I found, like
COVID
after
prices.
shipping and everything, it was like $120, $150, not including tax or whatever they're going to charge you
Yeah.
when you come across the border, right? The whatever fuck you guys always bitch about.
So, anyways, hopefully that'll arrive before riding season because it is
Hey,
Canada
the tracking's
Post.
good. I checked it this morning.
checked it?
Yeah,
Okay, so it-
February 2nd,
Oh, nice.
day after my birthday.
Oh, your birthday's coming up?
Yeah, February 1st.
Nice.
We'll just ignore it.
Send him a
February
mail.
1st is my birthday, Mike.
I just I just paid for your pulley, motherfucker.
I know, I gotta give.
I didn't even charge you a surplus or handling fee yet.
So yeah, I'll get that on there, and I'll be good to go for the summer. It's just stupid little shit, right?
Yeah.
Shit you find out. Shut up, Evan.
Really cool fucking wine glass.
Just shit you find
He's
out.
a
You know what I
real
mean?
man's man, everybody.
It's stuff like simple maintenance stuff. Like obviously, like when I got this bike, half the wire harness was chopped on the handlebars because he tightened the thing on a non-dimple bar
Oh, fuck.
and cut all the wires off. You know what I mean? So I had to rewire all that, like little stuff where people
Stupid
don't
shit.
really
That
think
thing was
about
a
shit,
slight
right?
nightmare when you got it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, other than that, like it's ran mint ever since. I just cleaned the plugs
It
and
hasn't
stuff
given
in.
you a single problem.
Nothing.
Well,
I fired it up today, actually. Fired it up today, and it was one cylinder. Pulled the plugs, quick little wire brush, threw them in. Fired right up, 2-cylinder. Sitting.
Earnhardt, how's the Bondo going?
It's taken forever, but I did some of the. Actually, I finished the tank already. I did that.
Yeah, it looks clean.
It did actually turn out really good.
For somebody that's not a lot of experience with Bondo,
Fuck you.
It's looking good.
This mustache says I got 15 fucking years
You got
experience,
15, 15 jugs of experience.
15 years of Bondo and drywall.
15 years of watching Spike on Sundays at that cart truck show.
Pinks. That was a good show, man. They should bring that back to speed.
Trucks was awesome.
Trucks, yeah.
Truck
4x4.
Stacy?
Yeah,
all
Stacy
girls.
was awesome.
Now it's just all girls garage, man.
Yeah.
I don't mind the all goods garage.
I like the old Pinks fucking racing.
Yeah.
That was all right.
Yeah, that was okay. That was good.
No, I
fucking
did.
Pinks.
I did a bunch of the work Friday night when I got home. I finished the tank, and I started the final skim coat of the entire frame with like random grinder marks that were there when I got it. Just filling them in. They got a little too heavy on the old zip disc and just took nicks out of it and shit. So I was filling those in and just smoothing out most. And I just have a couple welds left to cover, and I'll be primering it and getting into paint, hopefully.
Nice. Nice.
So
Mike, how about you? Anything on your bike?
I just did a Speedo reload. I had the Speedo dead center of the fucking ape hangers, and I just hated it. So I found a good Speedo. It mounts to the block.
ape hangers are only fucking 6-inch rise. He's got little arms.
They look good though. They got a nice spread on. They're actually
Yeah.
a decent looking.
Yeah, they're
For
probably.
stock Harley bars?
yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not worth money to find something that's different.
Well, that's
No,
like
because you're not
same
gonna you're gonna
price.
spend $130
To get
and
the
they're gonna
same
look the
look.
same. Yeah.
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 Derek's
exactly.
are like that on his too. His have a
Yeah,
pretty
his
nice
got
rise too.
decent
Yeah,
rise little
Yeah.
bars on it.
his bike's got actually a pretty good layout to it.
So yeah, I've got the Speedo kit, and then I realized, so it goes where the horn mount is, but it doesn't accept the horn back on, so just had to modify the bracket to carry the horn. I just ordered a new skid plate from TC Bros.
Oh, you did order it?
Yeah, I ordered
Oh,
it.
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, and then
Do you need a skid plate?
He's doing
'Cause it
skid
looks
plates on it.
fucking
Full like
awesome.
skid plate. It looked sick on it.
yeah,
What, like stunt bar skid
no,
plate
it
shit?
just goes along
Hey,
the bottom,
It goes just underneath your regulator on the
and
front.
it just carries right under
all
the
the way
frame
across
and
the bottom.
closes it all up.
He's getting ready for the fucking roots.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say,
exactly.
He said,
Oh,
he's seen us going in there last year. We're telling him about all these rocks. He's like, fuck that. My skid
Yeah,
plate."
yeah. Fucking skid
I'm gonna
plate.
put fucking sliders on it.
I bottomed out that CB.
I'm gonna need
so
sliders
hard,
for the fucking
I
iron
came
head.
to a complete
Roll
halt.
cage on her.
And then I grabbed some Burley Plus shocks, just because Harley shocks fucking suck. So
You should have just grabbed the ones from fucking Evan and
They're
tried
literally
those.
in the backseat of my car still.
no, these ones match my paint scheme. So
Oh,
I think mine are blown out. I think my shocks are blown out. I was,
oh, you
thinking-
can have mine, my stock ones if you want.
I was looking at it the other day when I was changing the rear wheel on it. I'm like, fuck, there's a lot of fucking shock grease around here. Like, it's a little moist.
And then actually, I checked in my my fender, and yeah, my wire's all protected. So
Yeah, does it have that?
it's got a
rubber-
full run. It's the last 6 inches. So like, there's a clip that I slipped it in. So I'm like, fuck it, let's drop these down an inch.
slipped it
Well,
in.
we'll tell if there's either sparks or your blinker starts going when you hit the brakes.
No, it's
we got a
fully.
short.
I got tons of room. So
Yeah.
drop it an inch. I'm excited for these shocks. It'll look good.
We'll drop it in,
Then
shoot.
it's
It'll make the
fucking-
front look a little bit bigger.
I'm done.
Good.
Choking like I'm smoking a bowl.
Well, the problem
Trying to
is
hold his coughs and his eyes got bigger.
you hit a shitty pothole on the stock shocks and you fucking slam out.
Yeah.
Like they've got way too much carry.
I think
in them,
mine are
right?
lowering
My
ones.
Triumph's like that too, man. Fuck.
Those are not.
Yeah, I
My
think.
mom's Sportster's fucking horrible to ride.
Yeah.
I think anything stock is pretty much horrible to ride.
it's a
And when you
completely
start getting
stock
my size
Sportster.
too, right? Like they don't really make shocks for fucking 240,
Well,
right?
not smooth ones.
250, yeah.
Well, like even when I rode that thing up camping, just like some of the bumps, I'm light. Well, I was light. I was 130 pounds. Hitting a
So,
bump.
so you're
at
heavy now at what, 137?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
180. I'm 181.
Shut the fuck up, you're 180.
Look at this double chin, bud. You see how the beard's gone. That's poutine and fucking Burger King, bud. 181.
I wish.
Wow. Yeah, I
Was
haven't
that
been,
when I
thicker
was
than
like
a
19?
I've been 180 since
Try
grade
add another
9.
100 on that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I got my seat going. I got some material for my seat the other day too. So try my hand at leather work.
I got a whole lot of fucking painting projects coming up that I got to get doing.
Yeah.
Got 3 tanks to fucking paint up.
Yeah.
Conned the wife into doing one for me, so
I can't wait to see that.
we'll see how it goes off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 pieces of your wife's artwork in my garage and kids' playroom or kids' bedroom.
I got an entire armful.
That goes with them everywhere.
Yeah, well,
So yeah, it'll be interesting
Met
to
your
see
wife
how
twice.
those tanks come out. I got a couple of ideas. One's going to be pretty simple, I think. You know, with the flat black and the fucking
hot roddy.
woody woodpecker on it. We'll see how I put it on. Yeah, the thrush. The Triumph tank's going to be kind of a little bit psychedelic. And yeah, the wife's going to do the split tanks. Little fucking
Nice big
rat
area.
fink kind of
That'd be looking good.
idea. Yeah. So
That'd be cool.
yeah,
You
it'd be
got
kinda
2
neat.
sets of those now? You got
I
2
got
sets?
3 sets of those fucking tanks, man.
You like
You can just
you
split the tank and change your paint job.
fixed his bike up last year. He's like, yeah, I'll probably grab a new set, just paint that set and a lot more. The man ends up with like 10 sets of everything. He's like, oh,
And the bike's
I,
not touched.
I need a front end for this bike. I've got 7 now. He finds one. Oh, that one might be good. That one might be good.
That one might be better. That one might be better.
Exactly.
No, I got
They're
a,
all
I
wide
got
glides. They all have 19
I got a split set from Dom a couple years ago, just because they were such a good fucking deal. It was $100 for,
Oh, yeah,
for
they were
split
sitting up
tanks,
on
right?
top of your
Yeah, they're
rack
just
there.
flat black ones. So those are the ones that I want to bring in and fucking narrow them down.
Yeah, that'll be
and then I picked up a split set last year,
we
just so
pointed
I
at
can
me.
mess around with paint and shit, right? So
One of the Biltwells People Champ bikes has a split.
Yeah, James has a split.
Yeah, he's got like a narrowed split
yeah,
tank.
he's got a narrow.
Yeah.
split.
That's sweet. I was looking at that today.
And he's got them lower down to the backbone as well
Yeah.
too, which is kind of cool.
Well, you can do anything, right? We cut the back sides off it. When we bring it in, we can lower it, lift it,
Yeah.
tight, whatever we're going to do. That'll be sick.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how those turn out, and if we fuck them up, whatever,
So,
scrap metal.
yeah.
Another
Hang 'em
set.
on the wall.
Here we
Well, I've
go.
welded enough. Like, I've done 3 rads. I've done 2 fuel cells for my old man. I've done 3 bike gas tanks. So,
Yeah.
I haven't had anything leak yet.
I'm not worried about it. It's whether we can line it up properly,
Yeah,
right? It's
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
nothing a little fucking sawzall won't fix.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
Plus, you got a Bondo expert.
Oh, yeah. So
Plus, I got a Bondo expert.
We'll get Evan here to Bondo it up for us. He's
Dale
leaking.
Hemingway here.
Dale Evans.
I think we finally decided the Ironhead motor. What we're gonna be doing with that?
Yep, that's going off to Jason. Hopefully in the next few weeks, as soon as he gets some time.
I've always said I'm more of a fabricator than a motor guy. So we were looking at it, we were discussing it. We've got it pulled apart. We polish a bunch of parts, and we're just gonna be like,
Yeah, I mean,
somebody knows gonna check it
yeah,
out.
we were thinking about it, but then the likelihood of me having to keep the bike is probably strong, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know with the amount of money that's going into the bike. I don't know if I'd get that money back. I won't get that money back. You never do,
never
right?
do.
Yeah.
So
Unless COVID.
yeah,
back.
and
Listen,
it
you
might be
and I
more sentimental for me to keep it. And if I'm going to keep it and run it, I want a fucking engine that if I want to ride it, I can fucking
Yeah. We'll say
Jump
and
on
it's
it
been
and be-
sitting for how long too, right?
Exactly. It's been in my garage for 6 years,
Yeah, it's got that
right?
little
So-
bit of a rust ridge in the cylinders. The valves are a little iffy. Like
Yeah.
I'm not buying valve tools and stuff so I can check it. you
No,
know?
Yeah.
you got to hone it out.
No, I'm going to send it off, get it done properly.
You going to Parker?
Yep.
Why not just Willie? Keep it close for this one.
Well, I mean, I go in Parker because he really does just fucking
Well, yeah.
old fucking Harley
Harleys,
engines,
yeah.
right? So
I'd either do just Jason or go to Stu.
yeah, I mean,
He does some
it'll come
phenomenal
down.
work,
I mean,
man.
Jason said he'll take it. He's busy, but he said he'll take it. So we'll see how his timing works out. And if timing doesn't work out, then I'll run it down to Ottawa, head it off to Stu, and just I want it done right. I want to make sure
They
it's
do a lot of good
reliable,
work, man.
and I want to be able to jump on the bike and go fucking 400 kilometers and not have to worry about an iron head broken down on the side of the road.
Yeah, they're doing.
Yeah, bet us we ride with a CB.
Yeah.
That's
they did,
Shout out to Spudco.
Yeah, Spudco.
They were Ottawa.
Who?
Is
Yeah,
based in Ottawa?
he I think
And
he
he's
built
from-
he
he's
built
an
Greg's
East Coaster.
engine,
yeah,
right?
he did Greg's.
Yeah.
And I believe they're also doing Dan's.
He just did Andrick's knuckle. He just had in there like last week.
I thought.
Oh, did he
Andrick's
really? He
had
did
his
Jimmy's knuckle?
I know he's done. I think they're doing Dan's shovel that they picked up there right before that swap meet we went to.
Okay.
Let me just check.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure Andrix is
East
on
Coaster,
his own.
bonus points for him. So curious if
He's
he
a
names
solid dude.
if he
He
names
does a lot of good
Spudco
work.
after like being for PEI.
Potato?
And potatoes.
Would've never
I
guessed.
bet you. I guarantee you.
Fucking meathead.
It wasn't after the Russian satellite, I can tell you that.
Maybe.
You sent it to Stu there like last week.
That's the thing, right? What we don't know with the People's Champ is what bike is actually like. You can throw a bike and take a picture. Doesn't mean that bike's doing anything. Like it could just be a block sitting inside, right?
Yeah.
So obviously,
Well, most of them at this point are just put together for their pictures.
for the pictures, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
clearly, like that's the cool kind of behind the scenes you get to see is that motor needs.
Well,
to
he's
work
trying to
really
match 41 and 42E cases, welding some old scars, redoing the motor mounts, and they're all done by Stu.
Yeah, it had a couple little nicks in it. I remember seeing those.
I can't. I really hope he brings that bike to Roll of Bones because I want to see that shit up close.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, it'll all come down to if he's got time to actually finish it and that kind of shit. Right?
Even
'Cause
under
I mean, I don't
construction,
know
I
his
hope he brings
schedule
it.
and what his
Hopefully-
life is
hopefully,
like,
yeah.
right?
Crazy
So,
guy, man. He was trying to get. I know he was trying to get out of the parts sales and trading and whatever. I think he's just trying to actually just start Andrix Motors. I
yeah,
remember he posted about he was selling selling off a ton of his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's how we met him. Was we showed up at Roll the Bones and there was a guy with parts galore all over the place, and it was Andrix, Jimmy Andrix.
Well,
he's
hopefully,
like French.
was that the guy that had the shovel that was for sale in that booth?
No,
No. Yeah,
he
no,
was
get
the
him
guy
over
on
here.
either side of him. He had the frames and the motors.
So
to
with
the
the
right,
girls salesman, the one I was talking
Yes.
about for the
left and right, but not
For the
that
cylinders for the
center,
rear
I believe
wheel.
was somebody else.
Yeah.
okay.
Because I don't remember.
I
ever
still
seeing him post
regret
that.
not grabbing that shovel though. I mean, there was a lot of work to be done. The welds needed to be redone. 10 grand was a little
Hey,
lot, but
we know a guy. We
fuck.
can figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. I really think I should have just grabbed that fucking shovel.
Maybe it'll be there this year.
That's one thing I won't shy
The
away
wife would have
from,
killed me
Pat.
though, man. I come home with a
With
$10,000
another
bike.
bike.
Yeah, why do you have two bikes in your truck?
Me and Christine are gonna talk.
Yeah.
Because I've got two of them here now for quite a while.
So he needs another.
Yeah.
He needs a
Yeah.
shovel or a
I'll just slide it in. Go, no, man. I've had that for like 5 years.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And he's forever.
It was buried in the back. This
With
whole
the other
time.
iron head, you know.
Yeah,
Probably
when you
lost
say
the
it's
gambler.
another iron head, that's a pan head. Fuck, you know that?
Yeah, well, that's
By listening to
surprisingly
the
she's
Sketchy
learning a
Chopper
lot,
podcast.
and I think she's trying to
She has
catch
no
on.
choice. She's got a list in her bedroom. What does this guy have?
Yeah.
Prices next to it too.
Yeah,
That's a 73 pan.
yeah.
Alright.
You had 2 Honda Matics.
Yeah.
You had,
Every time I meet your wife, it's because I'm picking up a bike from you. I guess bars was first, and then she came out when I was loading that bike off you. I was like, hi, good to see you again. Picking up another piece of shit from you.
part.
An entire fucking bike.
Hey, they can't all piece. They're not all piece shit though. Like every bike, like anything I've got off them or anything you've got, they run and drive.
No, I
You
mean
clean
I
the
get
carb
decent
on 'em?
Put
bikes,
them
but
together, yeah.
Yeah, you clean the carb off. you
my
throw some
problem
fuel
is
in
I
it.
get them at such a good deal, or get them for free.
Yeah.
And then I got bikes piled up in my yard.
Yeah.
And then the wife's
he
like,
calls
okay,
on
I want my yard back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we spent, a year and a half, 2 years redoing our backyard. So I had to get rid of the Honda Matics I had,
Yeah.
the bikes I got for the kids,
You'll
they
actually
weren't doing
like that
anything.
now. I've done a bunch of shit to it, and it's got a full stainless 4-in-1 on it now.
Yeah. I mean, the only bikes I have now really are,
Yours, hers, and yours, and yours, and
yeah,
yours,
the
and
four that
yours.
are mine. and the,
you're pretty
and
limited now.
hers.
You got the two Triumphs, yours and hers.
yeah.
You've got the 98,
Yeah.
which you just picked up. That's going to be your long hauler. And then
Yeah,
we
the
got the
Triumph.
Iron Head and the Triumph.
And then the 2 Vespas.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Those
Oh
are
yeah,
hers.
if
Those
you decide to
are
get rid of
hers.
one
Those are
those,
hers, though. So she can't complain. I mean,
Exactly.
she's not far
I
off
need
from
you
me.
You're one up. You're one up. That's it.
Yeah,
I
I'm one
still
up.
need one of those Vespas.
And 2 years aren't even at your house.
Yeah, exactly.
There ain't no storage
Feel
issues.
free to call me for a fucking Vespa.
See, I
Oh,
haven't
that.
collected one bike. I'm waiting for one of the Triumphs to come up.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do is I'll buy
like
a
a
bunch
900
or trade up to have a bunch, and then I'll sell them all off until I have one.
And then that's my
Then I can't
plan with the Triumph and the Iron.
Oh, I
Head,
gotta
right?
get rid of this Triumph right here, man.
They're hopefully going to go in the summertime.
Yeah.
To get me on that old shovel, or if I'm lucky enough to get a decent pan, if I can run down to the U.S. when it's open this year, right? So, I think though the dream of a pan, I'm probably going to have to get an engine and just go from there.
Just grab S&Z.
Problem was, I
That's
don't.
it, man.
Or
Clean
no, you
motor.
want
I
to
want
do
a
the OE.
traditional one.
Yeah,
Like
you
I want a real,
traditional.
pan. The problem
Yeah.
is finding one that's got papers.
I'll sell
right?
you an Evo with pan heads. 12 grand. 12 grand. Yeah.
It's like the same, $5 grand.
Same thing. Yeah.
$5 grand. COVID prices, $5 grand.
I'll deliver it for 7.
Yeah.
We
It
live 17
was running
minutes
when I got
apart.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, you know, or the 72 shovel, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I really want a 72 shovel as well.
That's
so
what I want.
I'd like to pick up a shovel. That's why I'm gonna build those 2 XSs. I figure I'm gonna keep my CB. I
You
want
have
to build.
to now.
Huh?
It's mandatory now.
I know,
You've
I
taken
just-
it to a show. Now you have to.
Yeah, now
We have
I'm
to just
the
get it
owner of
running clean and then fucking.
Funny thing, fucking random dude off TikTok. Hey man, you selling that thing? I was like, yep, $8,000.
Hey, money cat.
No answer. I'm like, I thought so.
Yeah.
Just
Until
continue
the-
on scrolling my shit.
Until the one guy's like, okay. You're like, oh shit.
oh,
man, you want to
oh, no,
give
for
me
$8,000. Fuck,
Fuck
here
it,
you
You want to
go.
give me 8 G's for that striped son of a bitch? You
Yeah.
come pull her out of the basement.
I mean, if you put that up for sale, I see you getting 65.7 for it, no problem.
Probably. I want to.
No issues whatsoever.
The only problem with me putting it up, I want.
I mean,
to,
they'll have issues when they get it home.
No, that's the thing.
You
I'm
got no
not.
issues taking their money.
I wouldn't be posting it until I do the charging system, so there's no
Okay.
bullshit.
Yeah.
A new battery, and I need to do head.
Yeah, it needs to solidly run for a week, and
A week.
it
It ran Monday and it ran Sunday.
What more do you want?
No, but I can't. I consciously wouldn't be able to sell it that way.
I'm the
I
same
would
way.
do I'd do the charging system. And I'd do the head bearings. I'd put a new battery in it because honestly, I would like to ride it without coming home in Twan's truck.
Yeah.
That'd be really great.
I just look cool.
It'd be
when I
very
bring it home.
fulfilling.
Turn
Yeah,
it
you
over
guys
to-
take it to Montreal. You're getting thumbs up, and I'm driving in Amber's Tucson. I'm like,
You made your
son
choice.
Of a bitch.
You made your choice.
Fuck you guys. I
You rode with
literally
the wife,
pulled up-
not with us.
We took a bike to a show. Where was
So-
yours?
you guys got ahead of him, and I was like, I need to roll my window down and be like, yo, dude, I'm the owner of that. And I'm like, hey, man,
that
I'm the
guy's
owner.
just like,
yeah,
who the
fuck
fuck's-
you, you are.
Yeah, he's like,
Blue Tucson, sure you are.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're fucking
Say with
fag.
the last three.
More likely that the guy with the white truck has the bike with the white in it.
Yeah, white black truck. Yeah. Trying to wear my fucking overalls. Look, Wayne Black. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy. You're the
Yeah,
third
we
Tesla.
saw you guys going through traffic. Amber just looks at me. She could just tell I was like,
I
of
can
a
see it in the
bitch.
mirror. That's why I egged
Like,
on even harder.
these motherfuckers are driving with my shit to a show. And they're getting 11, and I'm driving in a blue Tucson, fucking listening to fucking Nickelback.
Listening to Nickelback. I'd have jumped out on
Look
the
at this
floor.
photograph.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, next week we're on the road again.
Yep.
We're heading up to Lee Sipes' house.
On the
Is that next week?
Next weekend?
Yeah, next
Yep.
weekend. So we're gonna shoot the shit about his pan and other stuff, his other builds that he's got going on. Yeah,
Are you guys all going up for that?
I am. I don't know about the rest of you
I'll come
motherfuckers,
up,
but
yeah.
yeah.
What day is it?
This is gonna be Saturday. Yeah,
Saturday, I think.
Where's she?
Kitchener.
Kitchener.
Going up to the kitchen was.
At some point, we gotta find these fucking choppered e-bikes, though.
Oh,
if
yeah,
they
for
exist
sure.
or not.
The-
It'll be the dumbest episode, but we gotta get these guys. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully they're sober enough to put a sentence together.
No. No.
I'm
they
sure.
got a DUI
I'm sure there'll be a lot of lisping with a lack of teeth, but
Listen, I
it'll
don't
be
care,
good.
man. If a dude on an e-bike is fucking chopping it up, breaking
That's
out,
Doug.
I don't care.
Doug is-
I
that's
want to
fine.
talk
No,
to him.
yeah.
I want to
That-
talk to him.
He's the
Yeah.
coolest guy that owns an e-bike.
He's no different than a guy with a fucking pedal bike who's chopping it, stretching it.
Or a
like,
We
cafe
did that as
racer,
kids,
or-
man.
yeah,
we did it.
You build what you got, man. I don't care.
Exactly.
No, a
As
chopped
long-
out e-bike is about equal with a
I
bike.
see a raked out bagger.
I just had
Dom,
a
tell your
genius
buddies.
idea.
Uh-oh.
Genius idea. So we're talking about this, and we're like, oh yeah, if you do a chop, like I used to make chopper bikes back when I was a kid, and I just look over at my bike with the big ape hangers. I'm like, oh, that's like a bagger now.
Let's
And I
rake
look
it.
over, I have old Gullwing bags. I'm turning that thing into a bagger.
Oh hell yeah!
Right?
That beach
Going
cruiser with a
bags?
bag,
Yeah.
just fucking narrow them down a
Exactly.
little.
I'll chop the bags down, do some
Yeah.
glass. Oh,
Please
I'm
don't.
doing it.
Yes, let's do that
I'll
shit.
even hook up the lights.
I've been on the hunt for one of those old fucking beach cruisers.
bar? Yeah.
Yeah, just so I can fucking.
Just so you can hang it in your garage and never touch
No,
it.
dude, I want to bring it to fucking Hickory. I want to fucking mount it to the back of my 98 and show up to Hickory and pedal around while everybody else is walking the
Pedaling
field.
shit in a wet field. You're gonna go.
Well, I'm hoping
I'm
that the
done.
next one won't be wet. But yeah, that's what I want to do. And I want to cruise around my neighborhood with a fucking
That's what I do. I just cruise around with my
with a
kid.
Chicana lowrider beach
Right.
cruiser pedal bike.
That's what I want.
I mean, I'm down by the lake anyways in
want some
Ajax, so it'd be
spray-painted
awesome
gold.
to fucking.
Like fucking baby boy.
Put some
Remember
brass
that old movie?
piping on it.
Oh yeah, man.
So yeah. Anyways, next week we're at Lee's.
Yep.
Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I got a couple of ideas for a couple of shows coming up. I want to do top 5 riding songs.
Oh yeah, that's a
So
good one.
keep that keep that on the side. I'm going to create a Sketchy Chopper Society playlist, and we'll get people that are listening to put up their 5 best chopper songs,
I
right?
swear to
Marvin
God.
Gaye, Sexual Healing.
If you put fucking Highway to Hell, you're banned.
Yeah.
Or fucking Life is a Highway.
Bells.
And I have another idea of spending one whole show just talking about the myths and shit about bikes and certain terminology like my brothers.
Yeah, brother.
And just the lingo and shit, right? Some of the stuff that's either myths like choppers get you pussy because it doesn't.
Like CB750s are reliable.
Yeah. So those are some kind of ideas that I want to do for a couple shows coming up. We definitely want to get some more interviews going. Hopefully we can get the guys from People's Champ call in.
If anyone's listening from Fireball and you want to sponsor us,
Yeah,
or Endy or Royal, Royal.
We could do some Black Label as well.
Yeah, we got Black Label.
Black
Label's all right, but
we almost
Fireball's
always have
better.
Fireball going every week.
Yeah, you
And,
know what?
It's Fireball.
yeah, so
You're welcome.
This podcast is driven by Fireball.
Yep.
yeah.
Fireball,
And hopefully
Miller
one
Lite.
day Endy mattresses. 'Cause
And
I
it's the only
really
time
need
I ever
king
drink
size.
Fireball.
And Twan's laughing at everything.
We love Canadian mattresses, so Endy, even MeUndies, I can
Go on,
use a
get
free
into
pair of underwear anywhere.
I can't reach it now.
I think Blue Chew would be an appropriate sponsor for us too.
So any other ideas you guys want for shows coming up? What do you guys want to do?
You got to get to do the wife one. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we
Definitely
should
have
get
the wife one.
some women that ride in here.
I definitely want to do one mostly, well, maybe with the music one. We'll do music and tattoos at the same time.
Yeah,
Talk
that'll be a good
about
one.
We should
So just
subculture
culture
tattoos and shit.
outside, yeah.
Yeah,
Should
just
sit down
whether
all the white.
music bands,
Yeah.
what generally most people listen to on the
That's one
chopper
thing I
scene.
noticed,
Is
like-
it punk rock?
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
It,
A lot of punk rock
Yeah.
stuff on, a lot of chopper stuff. I noticed.
yeah,
Right?
and again,
Kind of.
it comes down to a lot of us were old skateboarders and BMXers, so that general era was always punk rock,
Yeah. Well, think
thrash metal.
The only
Yeah,
thing
like
old
metal,
about me is
thrash
your
metal.
fucking
It,
hairline,
it depends
guys.
on if you're a '90s kid or '80s kid, right?
Just look at your
80s,
hairlines.
being an '80s kid, born in the '70s, grew up in the '80s. A lot of it was early.
Kid born in the 70s.
Well, but I was a kid.
I'm an 80s kid. Born in the 70s.
Born in the
Yeah,
80s, but I
I'm
grew
a
up in the
90s
But when I say an
Yeah,
80s
that's
kid,
the
I'm
thing,
talking
right?
about when you're a teenager,
Yeah.
when you're most influenced by your music.
2010.
So in the 80s, I grew up with early
Oh, yeah,
punk,
we saw
like the
it.
Clash and Sex Pistols and that kind
Bullshit.
of
Yeah,
stuff.
mine was like no
Flock of
effect.
seagulls. Orange.
Yeah, no,
I seen his old pictures,
that?
man. He's got the fucking.
The flock of
That is,
seagull
yeah.
hairdo,
Take
but we also
me
morphed
on.
into where thrash metal started coming out with Anthrax and Megadeth.
Yeah.
and-
That's
and
that's
old
like my
Metallica,
generation's
like when Metallica
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah. No effect, casualty.
Yeah,
Venom
Venom
was still
and
always shit,
fucking-
but
yeah.
Yeah, Deftones is there.
Deftones.
So yeah, again, so that's what I want to do is a show based on that. Bring us 5 best bands that you listened to growing up or that you think are chopper related. 5 best songs, and we'll do a Spotify playlist where everybody can just fucking upload their 5 best songs.
Yeah.
Right?
I think
We'll
we
see
should-
where
This
we'll
is
see
gonna
where
be
this
good, 'cause
playlist goes.
There's going to be some drastically different.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of cool,
opinions
but
on
I want to
tunes, I
see
think.
how drastically different everybody is in this
Well,
culture,
think about
right?
like if I'm listening to tunes out here working, and then we have a podcast set up, and you guys come in, you're like, "What the hell are you listening to?"
Again,
I think they'll be full over, but like.
well, my
like
my,
it.
my
I got
music
s-
collection is very eclectic, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I go from,
everything.
I mean, I don't do a lot of country, but I do like Johnny Cash when it's country. I do a lot of
God's gonna
southern
cut you
rock
down.
lately, right? A lot of acoustic southern rock.
bluegrass and-
If you guys came to the shop while I was working, like
Oh, you hear
some
sex noises.
of the most random songs, like I go from like Bass Hunter, like Full Tilt Techno to like Blue by Leanne Rhymes.
See, I don't do techno
Can't
at
fight
all
the
though, right?
moonlight.
I can't do techno. I like
Really?
old
I like-
school
Or
rap, right? Like
I guess it's
fucking
electronic
love drum and bass.
technically.
EDM, motherfucker.
I hate
Russian
techno.
Priv Jet.
Just I don't know. I don't do that shit. I don't know.
We
Never
should-
was
You
never
never did
into
raves and like, oh my god.
No,
High
never-
school,
I didn't
like,
do
never into
raves.
that
I just,
DJ
I just like the
music,
bass
nothing
in my
like that.
shop.
I had those snake eye pants with the 26-inch like bottoms.
I bet you did.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
the
yeah.
emo
And that
look. What the
Mustang.
fuck?
Lame.
Yeah.
We
My
should
Mustang
set
was
up.
fucking
We
fire.
should set up a podcast. All the wives, or yeah, I guess wives and girlfriend, and give them a layout of what they're going to talk about, and we're not even there. Just let them fucking wing it. It'll be fucking great.
Draw a big picture of my penis. Here you go.
They,
that
they
weird
can
looking?
play look at my Polaroid in my pocket.
Just set them down, put them to talk about certain things, and just let them free.
And see how it goes.
Yeah,
see
just
what happens.
freewheel it.
That'll
It'd
be
be
interesting.
fucking
That'll be
hilarious.
interesting. they'll probably just sit around and bitch about us,
100%.
Yeah, I'll get.
which is cool. I mean,
Why are
you know,
we here?
I'd rather be able to hear it than
Yeah, I gotta
not
control that.
than the normal.
Yeah, we'll
stuff.
be in the background. Just leave them.
You
And
gotta put the
just,
choke collar on.
how's that gonna work if Mike's gonna try and work on something? Ow, back, stop.
You motherfuckers are going to the little
I
track.
said
Better
6
once,
inch out
and
of
she's gonna
12.
hate me. Yeah.
All right, so we're $1.20 in, so I say we call it a day.
I think we're done.
Yeah, so
I got a Boston pizza wrap waiting for me at home. Stay sketchy,
again, so my name's Matt,
Mike.
Evan.
Wow.
and we're Sketchy Chopper Society, and have yourself a good week, guys. Fade that shit in.
Fade